Hello, all. This is Damini, co founder of VMake Scholars. Welcome to the sixth episode of our web series Loanflix Season 2. So, for those of you who are new to this channel, let me tell you Loanflix is a web series which covers each and every detail of an abroad education loan, right from the eligibility to the loan process, disbursement, repayment, each and every detail. And Loanflix is an initiative of VMake Scholars. VMake Scholars is an organization which is funded and supported by the Ministry of IT, Government of India, and its sole purpose is to help you, students like you, to secure funds for your abroad studies. And let me make it very clear, all the services of VMake Scholars are completely free of charge. So we are bringing this video today on this topic of whether the education loan interest rates are fixed or floating. So it's a very common question which we have been asked, and there are a few myths associated with it. A lot of people assume that the banks which are offering fixed interest rates are always better, which is not true. So fixed interest rates are not always a good deal, and floating interest rates are not always a bad deal. So I will elaborate more on this topic in this video. So before we begin, if you appreciate the effort we put in to bring this information out to you, then please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to never miss an update. So let's start. So before you make up your mind on whether you want a fixed interest rate or a floating interest rate, it is very important for you to understand the difference between the two. Only then you will be able to make a wise choice. So fixed interest rate means the interest rate figure will stay the same throughout your loan tenure, which means the interest rate figure on which your loan have been sanctioned, that interest rate figure will be used forever to calculate the interest amount on your loan. But on the other side, floating interest rate means that the interest rate figure will keep changing. So if your loan has been sanctioned at X interest rate, next year the interest rate may become more than X or less than X. Yeah. So now when I'm saying that the interest rate will keep changing, it's not like, like share market will keep changing every day or every second. So even though banks update their floating interest rates every month, the change may not apply to you every month. It may be on a monthly basis or it may be on an annual basis. Yeah. So when you approach the bank directly, they generally don't tell you whether they're going to charge you fixed interest rate or floating interest rate, and even if they're going to charge you floating, they will not tell you how frequently it will change. So you can always speak to your VMake Scholars financial officer to get this information. So if you haven't applied for your loan via VMake Scholars until now, you can do so by clicking on the link mentioned above. So every bank has a base lending rate. You might have heard of MCLR, which is marginal cost of funds based lending rate. So every bank comes up with a figure based on their cost of funds that this is a basic percentage below which we cannot lend money. So that is like the MCLR percentage, which is their base rate. Yeah. So MCLR banks calculate every month. So every month the new loans which are given, that will be given on the previous month's MCLR. Similarly, there is another term called as repo rate, which also changes every month, and sometimes the floating loans are given on the repo rate instead of MCLR. But repo rate changes on different factors, not on cost of funds. Yeah. So whenever you get a loan sanction on a floating interest rate basis, always if you see your sanction letter, the interest rate will be mentioned like, let's say, MCLR plus X percentage, or repo rate plus X percentage, or sometimes they use the bank specific terminology like Bank of Baroda uses BRLLR plus X percentage. Yeah. So that X percentage will stay the same throughout your loan tenure. But the floating component, which is MCLR or repo rate or BRLLR, that will keep changing. Yeah. So I hope you understood. Now let me explain that with an example. So for example, when you get your loan sanctioned, it says MCLR plus 2%. Yeah. So let's say today MCLR is 7%. So the interest rate what you're getting today, the loan sanctioned at, is 7 plus 2%, which is 9%. Yeah. But let's say a month later, this MCLR goes up from 7 to 7.5. So your interest rate will become 7.5 plus 2, which means 9.5. Okay. Similarly, if MCLR comes down, to, let's say, 6.5. The interest rate will also come down to 6.5 plus 2, which is 8.5%. Yeah, I hope you understood that. So as I mentioned some time back, that floating interest rates is not like share market that it will change every day or every month. So even though the banks calculate their MCLR every month, the change may or may not apply to you on a monthly basis. Yeah. So again, going back to your sanction letter or your loan agreement, there will be something specified as reset period. Reset period means how frequently your interest rate will be updated. Yeah, so most of the banks put it as 1 year, but some do put it as 1 month also. So now reset period of 1 year means, let's say if your loan is getting sanctioned in December 2020, then your next reset will happen in December 2021, and then in December 2022, and so on like that. Yeah, so even though the bank will be changing their MCLR every month, what is happening on monthly basis will not matter to you. Yeah, so let's say you took the interest rate loan today, and then next month the MCLR went up, then next month again it went up, so for 2-3 months it kept going up, and then 2-3 months it is going down. It's not going to affect you. Only what is going to matter for you is at the end of 1 year, when your reset is going to happen, whether the overall MCLR has gone up or it has come down. Yeah, so but if your reset period is set for 1 month, then every month the change will apply to you. Okay. So this is another common question we have been asked multiple times. That is, if I decide to go ahead with a bank which charges me floating interest rate, how much will be the actual change? I mean, how much can I expect it to increase or decrease? Yeah. So to answer this question, first I want you to understand that the premium component doesn't change. So by premium I mean, so if your sanction letter says MCLR plus 2%, that 2% is actually your premium. Yeah, so banks are not supposed to increase or decrease this premium component in an ideal scenario. Of course, there are exceptions, like if bank runs into a financial crisis, they can change this fixed component also, but ideally they are not supposed to. Yeah, so whatever this 2% or 1.5% on top of the floating component which is kept, it is gonna stay the same. Okay. So now coming to the floating component, which is MCLR or repo rate or BRLLR or whatever. So that on an average it changes 0.25 to 0.5% on an annual basis. Yeah, so this average I am telling you considering multiple banks. Okay, and throughout the loan tenure, which is generally about 8 years from the day people take the loan sanction until they close the loan by paying it off. So 8 years on an average it changes 1 to 1.5%. So there is no one answer to this question whether fixed interest rate loan is better or floating interest rate loan is better. So it depends on a lot of factors, RBI policies, how much money the bank has, and of course your luck. Right, so if you go for a floating interest rate, the interest rate may become lower or higher in future. So even though I personally believe that the interest rates are going to go down as we progress as an economy, and RBI is working really hard to make credit cheaper, so but still there are no guarantees, right? But there is always a hope, the interest rate may become cheaper in future. But if you're going for a fixed interest rate loan, there is no risk, but there is no gain also, right? So if the economy actually gets better and the credit actually becomes cheaper, you're not going to reap any benefit out of it, right? So keep these factors in mind before becoming too particular about opting for a fixed interest rate loan. So there is a very interesting hack here. So let's say you want to be risk-free right now and you want to opt for a bank which is offering you fixed interest rate. Let's say you went ahead with it and you opted for a fixed interest rate loan, and 2 years down the lane you realize that your peers who went for floating interest rate loans are being charged much lesser interest rate right now. Then you always have an option to go for refinancing. In India, we usually call it takeover or balance transfer. So you can also watch my video on refinancing, which is linked above. So with refinancing, you will be able to move your loan to the cheapest option as on that date. Yeah, and very importantly, if you do this takeover process via VMake Scholars, the bank's processing fee will be waived off, as VMake Scholars has special approval for it. Even though I really couldn't make the choice for you, as in whether you should opt for a fixed interest rate education loan or whether you should go for the bank which is offering you floating interest rate education loan, but I hope I could still give you all the perspectives to consider before making this decision. So, whatever choice you make, let me make it very clear. In India, we don't have a lot of banks which offers the fixed interest rate option, and most of the banks still go ahead with the floating interest rate option. So you may not really have a choice there until unless you're qualified for most of the public banks in India. So you can speak to your VMAX Scholars financial officer to know more about these options and to figure out your eligibility for these fixed interest rate options. Yeah. So if you haven't been assigned a financial officer yet, you can request a call back using the link mentioned above, and you will be assigned a financial officer. Let me repeat here once again that all the services of VMAX Scholars are completely free of cost, and VMAX Scholars is funded and supported by the Ministry of IT, Government of India. So if you like this video and if this video taught you something new, then please hit the like button and share it with your friends and colleagues who might be planning for their abroad studies. Stay tuned for my next video. New learnings, new topic.
Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon to never miss any updates from us.